Hello and welcome friends to my YouTube channel. So today we'll be discussing about HTTP request methods. But first we will discuss about what is HTTP. So HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol and it was basically designed to enable communication between the client and the servers. So HTTP works as a request response protocol between the client and server. Let's take example, you are the client, you are using a browser and you send some request to the server and the server will respond with a response to you and will give you some sort of status information and the request content you requested in the request body. Here are some common HTTP methods: get, post, put, head, delete, patch, option, and trace. And out of which get and post are very common methods, and we will discuss further more about these methods. So first one is get method. So get method is basically used to request some data for a specific resource, and it is a very common method. Some notes about the get method are that you can cache it, you can bookmark it, and it will remain in your browser history. But do not use the get request when you are dealing with some sort of sensitive data because it will not like hide that particular sensitive data. It will throw that sensitive data as it is. Now next is the get request have length restrictions, and the last one is that it can only use to request data. You cannot modify the data or change the data. Next is the post method. So it is used to send data to a server to create and update a resource. So you can only use a post request to create a resource in the server side, or you can update a resource. Now, some of the points are that you cannot cache it. It will not remain in your browser history, and also you cannot bookmark it. And last one is that there is no restriction on data length. Now the put method. So basically put method and post method are same. You can create and update a resource using the put method. But the only difference is that the put method is idempotent. And what is idempotent? So you can send a put request multiple times, but it will give you the same response without any change. But when you send a request in post method multiple times, you will get the same response, but you will end up creating that particular resource multiple times. So this is the only difference between put and post. Now the next method is head method. So head method is also identical to the get method, but head method, the difference is that the head method will not give you data in the response body. Let's take an example that this is a request get request where the path is slash user. So if you use the get method, you will get the list of users. But in the other case, if you use the head method slash users, so you won't get the list of users in the response body. So basically, head requests are useful for checking what a get request will return before actually making a get request. Like before downloading a large file or response body, you can always send a head request. So next one is delete. So you can use a delete method to specifically delete a response options. So option method describes the communication options for the target resource, how a target resource can communicate. So it will only define the options. Patch method. So patch is used to modify resources. Patch request only needs to contain the changes to the resource, not the complete resource. So you can specifically make changes into a particular resource using the patch method. Trace method. So you can perform a message loopback test along the path to the test resource. So basically, trace is used to trace the path of that particular request moving from one end to the other end. So now we will be uh, talking about some of the HTTP method properties. First one is safe, and the second one is idempotent. Safe method are the HTTP methods that do not modify resource. For instance, using get or head on a resource URL should never change the resource. So safe method are those who do not change the resources or do not modify the resources. Those method are called safe method. And as we have already discussed about idempotent, so idempotent method or idempotent HTTP method are those method where if you use that particular method in a request and keep on sending that particular request again and again, it will show you the same result without changing anything. So basically, here's a table summarizing that all the HTTP methods and are they idempotent or are they safe. Also, according to the security best practice, we should not use the patch, delete, put method. We can only use a get option and post most of the times to make our web application secure. Hope you like the video and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching. And if you have any doubts, you can drop it in the comment section. Thank you so much.